Nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy. Amazing, incredible. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh?
Among speech watchers tonight, 64% say his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. And look at the growth President Trump made over the speech. So pre-speech, it was 54% of speech watchers said his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. After the speech, that number goes up 10 percentage points. So Donald Trump made some progress with people watching the speech from their pre-speech expectations to what they saw in the speech itself. And that 64% number, that's pretty much in range across all of his State of the Union addresses. In his first term, last year, the joint session, that's about what we've seen. Is roughly 2/3 have walked away from his speeches thinking he's going to move it in the right direction.
So a lot of red meat for the base.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. If you're a Republican on the ballot in 2026, I think you leave this speech being as happy as you could possibly be that he sort of stuck to the script on the economy, he gave the red meat to the base on immigration, and they can leave the hall tonight and sort of take that out on the campaign trail.
The Democratic Party made the State of the Union look like a clown show, a circus, especially when you got things like this happening.
And enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
That was hardly noticeable in the room. It may have been more noticeable on TV. Hardly noticeable.
What can I say? It's embarrassing. Trump had a great State of the Union speech. It was the longest State of the Union speech in the history of the United States, I believe. And in my opinion, it came from the greatest president in my lifetime. Yet, during a night where it's about, listening, understanding, trying to see what the president has for the future and listen to, his accomplishments. All the Democrats had to do was be there, be quiet, not cause a scene. But everything has to be theatrics with the Democratic Party. Everything has to be a show with the Democratic Party. You had Congressman Green, I think that's his last name, holding up a sign saying we are not apes. Black people are not apes.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today our border is secure.
Why? Once again, theater. Putting on a show. It makes no sense that this is the continuous trend of the Democratic Party. No wonder you lost in 2024 because you think things like this are cool. You think things like this are going to help you. No, these people are tone deaf. Like, I don't get it. Like, Trump is good at, joking. He's good at making fun of people. But he ain't have to make fun of you last night. You made fun of yourself. You made yourself look like a joke, Democrat Party. While Trump was talking about his accomplishments, Trump was bringing up victims, etc. When Trump brought up, brought the USA team, etc. When Trump asked you a question, would you stand up? Just watch this.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's what you did. That's what you did. These people are spineless, and it seems like they do not care about the American people. When you do things like that, it don't seem like you care. It doesn't. So, what can I say? That's how you feel, right? That's how you feel. No wonder you lost in 2024. And most likely you're going to lose in 2026 in the midterms because of actions like this. Why can't you just let the dude speak? Let him get off what he want to get off. He's the president of the United States. Why can't you respect it? Why can't you respect that? He won fairly. But this is just more of the same. It's more of the same, and I believe because these people are so tone deaf, I believe we're going to see more like this. We're going to see Democrats continue to do this stupid stuff. They're going to continue to show this behavior, act like big kids, and whatsoever. But the American people and a lot of the Democrats that have, not all the Democrats, but a lot of the Democrats that watched, a lot, a lot, a lot came out of that Done. Done with you. Done with the Democratic Party. Because I'm pretty sure that they're tired too. They're tired. They're tired. I would be tired too. So, yeah. You didn't help yourself, Democratic Party, and I appreciate what you did because most likely these actions are going to help us win the midterms. Most likely this is going to wake a lot of people up. Now, if you ain't went out and vote, go vote now. Right? The people that have the early voting states got the vote. Go vote, man. You got primaries, etc. We cannot allow them to turn Congress into a clown show, Senate to a clown show. Like, America needs to continue on this path. You look at the chart, you look at your wallet, you look at the groceries, everything is cheaper. America's better. And yeah, I don't see a path forward with yeah, it's embarrassing.
Congresswoman, can I just jump in there and ask you, inflation did jump to upwards of 9% when President Biden was in office. That has come down now. Does President Trump have a point there when he says that he is trying to boost the economy after what was a very difficult time?
Well, what was a really difficult time was COVID.
What did you think about that moment when the president was asking Democrats to stand up for American citizens during that part of the speech when he was talking about immigration and immigration enforcement efforts?
I think you can agree with the what, like standing up for American citizens, but I disagree with the how. And so it's always about how do we bring our country together, but not stand on the backs of others. There's thinly veiled racist language, anti-immigrant language in what he was asking, and that was uncomfortable.
Well, he also basically kept control of himself, which I think will be a great relief to his strategists and aides there. But the question, I think he did well from their perspective for the reasons that you say, John, and he used the gallery very skillfully to kind of simulate empathy, which is a thing that he's been lacking, and that's sort of a surrogate for that. The question is, he started off the speech by saying, this is the turnaround for the ages. Right. And as you know, because you're traveling around the country, people don't think the direction is right. And I don't think this cured that. So we'll see. But I don't think a lot of the people who needed to be persuaded probably were watching this speech.
He said, quote, "These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy." But that's not something we ever heard from Obama or Biden from that stage.
No, listen, we've never had a speaker rip up a speech either. But when you're saying issues like, we're talking about trucking. We have, and it comes in my space, where you have states that are issuing driver's licenses to illegals who haven't been trained to drive a 80,000-pound truck on an American road. We have a little girl that had a life impacted for the rest of her life, and she's 5 years old, and it was an illegal who hit her. I think the question becomes, why doesn't every Democrat stand up and go, no, we want well-qualified drivers on American roads? That's not partisan. We don't want illegals who can't speak the language, contrary to American law for decades, to not be on American roads. I think those are easy issues, Jake, and I don't think we saw Democrats stand up and support them. We got some applause for the U.S. Olympic hockey team, but that was probably one of the only bipartisan moments of the night, which I think is too bad. Again, if inflation's down, Democrats should applaud it. If real incomes are up, Democrats should applaud it. Those are good things that we should support as Americans. And just because Donald Trump's in office doesn't mean you have to sit on your hands. You should applaud that because that's good for America.
I thought President Trump actually delivered a higher energy speech than I think even his speech last year. He was much more engaged, and I think part of that was because they had planned the speech to be an interactive experience between him and the audience. There were things for him to announce, surprises. There were big moments, emotional moments, and that helps him tremendously.
Just in a few hours, Donald Trump is going to go to the U.S. Congress and talk about State of the Union. He will tell a whole bunch of lies because he has failed to take care of the prices. Prices have continuously go up, making it harder for average American. Life is tough. Rents are going up. Grocery prices are going up. Trump will tell you all is well. Don't believe him.